Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people.
I can't breathe.
Vibeship TV, we in the building. Let's get it.
Ignorance grows like moths to a flame. I'm watching from the shadows. I'm seeing we ain't the same. Let me explain the separating factor of my dichotomy. In a few bars, I'll kill society's hypocrisy. First, a black man can feel freedom from his inner worth. We gotta fight to survive. Every day we exit the porch with leaps. This shit get deep. Companies ain't hiring. Limit of your family tree ain't that inspiring. Falling short the hit is ceiling when your piston's firing. Medical insurance, lots of pennies. The only way you make those is hacking fools with loaded semis. Stay with me, I know this shit's a lot. I'm tired of ducking racist cops. They slave catching, thinking niggas only sell rocks. Like how he get that whip and brand new sneakers. This nicely fit. He only making overtime if niggas drilling shit. Damn.
Yeah.
This world is kinda strange, bro. Yeah.
Vibeship TV. Go subscribe right now.
This world is kinda strange, bro.
Streaming on all platforms.
You might just wanna lay low. This world is kinda strange, bro. Yeah. You might just wanna lay low. This world is kinda strange, bro. Yeah. You might just wanna lay low.
Vibeship TV.
Yes, sir.
You know, boy Dreyking, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'm in the building, man. It's Vibeship TV. Go subscribe, man. Streaming on all platforms, YouTube, man, Apple, Spotify. Y'all need to go get that. Shout out to all my sponsors out there, man. Shout out to Eon and Homestead. Go get you some wings. Go get you some drinks. Go get right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, You Dig. You know what I'm saying? On the Hill District. Go get some merch. You know what I'm saying? Go get right. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man, you know, Icy 2 Times. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Laundry. Go get that as well. Hey, man, shout out to all the sponsors out there doing their thing, man. Hey, it's your boy Dreyking, man. We about to jump into it. Got a new artist on the platform in the city of Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? He about to introduce himself right now. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Man, Brandon Bally in the building. Shout out to Vibeship, man. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to everybody who made this happen. Beautiful platform. Just glad to be here, man. Thankful to have this conversation with you, bro.
Definitely appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. And I just want to say a couple things, you know what I'm saying, before we, you know what I mean, jump into the conversation. Like,
For sure.
you got a couple, you know what I'm saying, single EPs that I can see right here, you know what I'm saying? You got your GW, that GDW.
Yes, sir.
You got that, angle's my fault. I'm looking at it from this angle, but
Hey, you cool, bro.
weights, you know what I'm saying? You got that,
Yeah.
that Forest Fires.
Forest Fires. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I see that going on. Hold up, what else you got up in here, man, in the catalog? You got that,
Gas.
that White on Me. I'm
White
saying you
on
got
Me.
on that Navigate.
Navigate. That's
You
the
got
one.
that Brand's Baby. You got that Pew Pew. Oh, my fault.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? But no, that's my fault, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But other song is For Tonight.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Songs for tonight, yeah.
So you doing your thing, man, and I see you working. I see you putting in a lot of work, but man, just let them know where you from, because you know most people in the city might not, you know what I'm saying, or somebody watching this right now might not know who you is, but just let them know what side of the city you really from, and you know what I mean, a little bit about your upbringing.
Real rap, East Side for sure, Homewood. Very first early years, definitely Homewood for sure, bro, especially on the East Side. Lived in Wilkinsburg for a hot second. Moved around the East Side heavily, but all of my family, all my peoples were all from the wood, bro, Flurry Way. So a lot of my makeup, a lot of my genetic experiences, it all comes from that place, man. Homewood, man. Shout out to 15208. And ended up moving a little bit further up north, living in Tarentum for a little bit, and that was an experience too, bro. Like getting to see.
You said
Tarentum was up 28 north. Yeah,
okay.
I was up there too. Just being able to experience just the different sides of our county, the city, our reality, bro. Like very influential, very much so shaped me. So I feel like with my approach to music, I try to speak about my experiences and how varied and how wide they have been, and a way for people to really see things in an artistic way through my perspective and through my eyes, you know?
Most definitely. That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, and so when did the music, you know, because you got a little bit of R&B, you got a little bit of that soul in there.
Yes, sir.
You got that rap in there too. Is like, how did that journey as an artist begin for you?
Swear, bro. Probably early influences. Again, being down Fleury way. Shout out to my grandma, man. My G-Rays, my mom Dukes, they always listen to like really soulful music. I'm talking about like Isley Brothers, Earth, Wind and Fire. They
What
really
about the whispers?
come on, bro. All that. And the beat goes on. All that. Come on, bro. They put me deep to that bag. And so like that soulful essence of the music, you know, the R&B, I always had a love and appreciation for it. Now, as an artist, bro, I started writing. I always was a creative individual. I would probably say like, for as long as I can remember, I was always drawing, I was always writing, and eventually I got into poetry, and poetry to me was like the base of hip hop. I also grew up like the first few albums.
And what age would you say that this was happening for you?
I would say like the initial introduction probably when I was like 6, 7, bro, 8 years old. Like Snoop, bro. My mom Dukes used to bang Doggy Style 24/7, bro. Tupac's greatest hits. Come on, bro. Yeah. All that.
Yeah,
Snoop
man.
with the French braids. Come on, bro.
Got you.
DMX, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My
That was my
Blood.
shit when I was a young kid.
Come on.
Definitely.
But then also too, we was jamming. And again, this is when, so we was living in Wilkinsburg at this point in time.
Okay.
On Wright Street. She used to have this Jill Scott album. It was Jill Scott's first album, and Jill Scott had that poetry, that soul aspect.
Got you.
But then my mom Dukes had Baduism too.
Okay.
So a lot of this soul and a lot of that like hip hop R&B essence, I would say it probably really started like from me hearing it as a youth. You know what I'm saying? And then me getting older and starting to write, it was just like a natural click for me. It just progressed the way that it needed to progress. You know.
Got you.
But yeah, it was a long stage. Definitely the music influence, it started from the time I was a youth. But I really started making music 4 years ago. I was the first time I ever hit the studio. I went to ID Labs 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Billionaire Diggs. Billionaire Diggs was my engineer whenever I first was there. My boy Jock Dizzle put me on the Billionaire Diggs. And this shit just clicked, bro. I had been wanting to make music prior to that, but that time period, it was a time period in my life where I was like, I can't continue to play with my life. Like if I love something, if I have a passion for something, like
Put in the work on it.
got to. And I remember being younger, shout out to my cousin Terry. This is the other aspect of it that really like kind of kicked me into a whole nother gear. My cousin Terry passed away probably a while ago. But I remember being in 3rd grade, bro. I used to play the trombone. I remember I used to, you know, from the bus stop, I used to get off the bus. I used to go to Menadeo. I used to catch the bus from Mertland up to Menadeo, and it would drop us off right there, and I would walk from Mertland over to Fleury Way.
So you would say that you're musically inclined from what age starting? You said again?
Shit, I was in 3rd grade, so I'm probably like 7.
7 years old, really like musically inclined. Because I'm noticing like 7, 8 people were like get musically inclined and really start figuring it all out.
Swear, bro.
So how would you like describe your unique style and the sound someone discovered in your music for the first time? Like your unique style.
Expressive. My shit is very expressive. I have songs that are really like, damn, like I feel like if I'm rapping on this track, it was like, yo, I had something I had to say and I really wanted to get it off. Like Lay Low. I really was like, that was like that channeling, like what I was feeling, some of the experiences that I had with Zone 3, Pittsburgh police, you know what I'm saying? That's what, and just racism and all types of bullshit. Like I put that into Lay Low. So like you'll listen to my music and you'll be like, damn, this nigga's really expressing his thoughts and feelings.
Right.
And then I have some shit that's like, yo, it's a chill, cool vibe. Like I have music that I want to put it on, and I want people to feel like, damn, this is entertaining, this is relaxing, I can vibe to this. And then I want to have music to where people can listen to this and be like, damn, I could tell he put a lot of thought and a lot of feeling, and this was something he took his time with. He didn't really rush this.
Right, he didn't just throw it together.
Yeah.
So you like really concentrate when you're like developing your art in your music and really like.
Yes, sir.
So when you're like writing, you're really like seeing the best way how you could like express yourself.
Come on, I'm trying to tell stories. I'm trying to really paint pictures of what I'm feeling and maybe even like maybe what I want out of the future. You know what I mean? Like I try to put as much of my experience, my thoughts, my feelings, that's my outlet. Gotcha. Music is my outlet. As a matter of fact, when I leave here, I'm going to the studio.
So,
you know?
So it's like therapy for you.
Come on, bro.
All right.
Straight up.
I was about to ask that question like that.
Yeah.
You know, some artists just say, no, this is my thing. And then some artists just say, yeah, this is like therapy. This is like me to be able to voice how I really feel about a lot of things, but in my own way. Yeah. And I be their creativity. Yeah. So it's like crazy that you say that because it's like in old times they used to say, like managers are making money off of people's pain.
Come on.
You man, that's deep.
Come
like,
on,
you
it's
know
the
what I
truth.
mean? Like, cause it's like some people really spitting out their heart on there, and it's
the
like
truth.
this is their life.
Yeah.
And you gonna play with that and just get money off of that. Like that's crazy.
It's wicked, bro, and I do think that it's designed like music is it's a powerful thing. It's a really beautiful thing, and powerful and beautiful things, I think, when used in the wrong way, can be devastating. And there's people that have found a way to profit off of other people's suffering through music, and it's a sad, fucked up thing. But they figured it out. It's capitalism, bro. They figured out a way to monetize pain and suffering, and it's fucked up because you know the Kodak Black situations. You talk about the rich homie Quan just passed away, right?
Yeah.
The Juice WRLD situation. I remember when Juice WRLD passed away. I was like, damn, like the record execs had to have known the man was in the fucked up. Come on, bro. Come on, like so.
Nobody ain't getting the real
no
help.
therapy. Nobody was like, yo, let's
the
save
labels is not for your well-being. They're for profit. Yeah, I mean that's just what it is. Everybody should know that. Like, but only but a few, circle of people really understand that it's just a vehicle to get you to here to there.
For sure,
so it's like, if I take a deal, it's for me to get this money so I can provide for my family and start investing into other things.
Yes, sir.
But not to ride this wave forever. And I think that's the part they get caught into, because it's not a person coming from the projects or coming from, you know what I'm saying?
Fucked up situation.
Get a lot of money, and you got a million people screaming for his name. It's a different type of energy that he doesn't understand yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fair shit, though. Who are some of the biggest influencers in R&B and soul, that have, shaped your artistry?
Music Soul Child, for sure. Like, if I'm looking at it from an R&B approach, for sure.
5. Let's get 5.
5. Maxwell. Music Soul Child.
2.
Thundercat. Thundercat's crazy.
3.
Anderson .Paak. I would say Anderson .Paak. If I have to go super back, bro, shit. There's a couple oldies like Alexander O'Neal just floated to my mind, but that's like some super OG shit.
Yeah.
Shit. 5, like early, not like 90s, 2000s, or any
2000.
Joe was crazy.
Jesse.
Yeah. No, not Joe. Jodeci was tough, but Joe, bald head Joe, that nigga was hard though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe was
Joe
hard.
with the skis.
Come on, Lord.
Joe with the skis was tough, bro.
Yeah, man off of Martin. Tommy.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Tommy singing and shit.
But he had that shit though. From an R&B perspective, them niggas was hard, bro. Real rap.
Yeah, okay. That's some nice little fad right there.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? And what's the story behind your name, Brandon Bally?
Yeah, Brandon Bally, that's my middle name. That's my actual middle name. So like with the artistic and branding approach, I felt like if I was going to make music, if I was going to be really stepping into artistic creativity as a whole and not playing with it no more, I needed it to be as authentic as possible. So like I felt it would have been strange if I'm putting out this music, if I'm putting out this art under a name that's not even my actual name. You know what I mean? Like the off rip is kind of already a facade because that's not even who I actually am. So like my name is Brandon Bally. That's my middle name. So it's like for me, I'm like, well, if I'm gonna make music, if I'm gonna create anything, why not create it from the most authentic place, being myself?
I can see an album called Bally.
I appreciate that, bro. But I wonder if, the people would fuck with me if they would try to copyright me or some, like
That's
Bally.
your name, though.
It is, but they come
That's
on.
my last name.
Right, you feel me?
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
So
like
my Social Security now.
right, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I can't lie. I got some type of right.
Swear.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, nigga.
It could, matter of fact,
Yeah.
the album would be called Mr. Bally.
Mr. Bally. That could be fire, bro.
Cause like that's not a copyright, none of that. That's my name.
Yeah,
Like, what's your
right.
name? That's my name.
That's my name,
You know what I'm
nigga,
saying?
yeah.
So you can't do nothing with that.
Swear.
If they saying that, cause anybody could be Mr. Bally. So it's like,
Right.
that's hard though. That
could
would be
go
hard.
crazy.
And
Mr.
then you
Bally.
can go deeper and say, man, Mr. Bally in the valley. Get deeper with you.
For real.
Take you to the valley of things I know.
Bro, but it's, you know what I'm saying? Definitely being creative with it and, playing around with it. That could be dope. I would love to collaborate with them one day. That would be a goal of mine, bro. If I could collab with them on some fashion shit, that shit would go crazy, bro. Should be stupid.
Oh, I got you. That shit be hard.
That shit would be hard, bro.
It's how you feel about the fashion. Like, let's get into that. Like, You ever thought about some fashion that you would want to get into?
I do, but
As
like
an
I would
artist?
want to choose. I would want to choose. You feel me? What it is that I'm modeling, because it's some interesting things that I've seen on these runways. You feel me? But we're not gonna get super into that. But like, I would
What's
want.
going on? Everybody naked?
Yeah, come on, bro. Shit be different. Shit is different
Niggas got
nowadays.
blood on them.
Yeah, or meat. Lady Gaga got the awards with the meat on her and shit. Like,
What's going on? They got hot dog
Call
buns
it-
in
and it's
there.
this is fashion. This is fashion now, guys.
This is not fashion. Niggas just forgot what fashion was and start putting on.
Come on, bro. And I understand it. At some point, it's like, it's creative. You can do whatever you want with it, but I would want it to be something that's like authentic and it feels comfortable for me. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes they try to put people in shit that's like,
I'm talking about for you, like as a clothing brand, your own brand.
shit, I would love to, bro. I would love, but we talked about that before. It's an investment aspect of it. But merchandise, for sure, I definitely thought about merch. I need to really just sit down, stop playing with it, and really just design something, because you do need to just put it out there. You
Put the work in first, like.
You, come on, you got to, because that's the only way it's gonna manifest. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I do need to really button down and be like, yo, I need to really maximize.
I feel like you would
maximize my
be a
efficiency.
dope brand.
Yeah,
Since your name is your brand,
yeah.
it would be a dope brand if somebody could paint your face.
That would be fire, bro. Yeah.
And then hey, you hear like, but that would be the brand, but that would be the album. I just put it together for you right now.
Hey,
Y'all hear me right now?
That's the bag right there,
I'm
bro.
in here like, I'm just thinking about the whole scheme like of marketing. Like, that would be the whole setup. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Bally.
The
They were
merch,
like,
yeah.
the merch. They were like, Mr. Bally. Like, you see a shirt, boom, you got the shirt. Then no lie, you got all the shorties wearing it. They like, I'm fucking with him.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just would go crazy, like out the rip, like, cause it'd be like, then they could scan the album on the shirt, like,
Right. That shit genius, bro. That shit genius, bro. I appreciate that. Like,
we make
nigga,
things harder than
we
what
gonna work
it
together.
is.
We gonna work together. We gonna make that shit play. You know,
Yeah,
for
like,
real, because that shit sound
make
crazy.
it simple.
You know,
Yeah, but that's how I'm thinking for it. Like that shit would be dope. But
Yeah.
somebody gotta be a dope ass painter though, like
For sure.
to make it stand out in such a way that it just stick. You
Yeah.
like, somebody look at that like, ooh, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
I
you
know a
got the
couple-
album with it, like whatever. You know what I mean? In the game.
I know a couple dope painters, man. I might have to make some calls for real.
For
bro.
real, tell them like, yo, I'll task it to three of them if I was you.
Facts.
And then them three, we let them do their magic, see who come out with the best.
Yeah, real rap. Contest. Shit. That could be, bro, that's a strategy right there.
I'm a thinker, man.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah.
So, how do your personal experiences and emotions influence the lyrics and themes of your music?
Heavily, bro. I'm like, people say the astrology shit really is your makeup. I try to be very cautious of like what I say that I am, because I understand, again, the power behind words. So I would like to believe that because I'm a Cancer, born in July, I think, maybe that's just like why I flow the way that I flow, and I express and I feel the way that I feel. But whenever it comes to my music, like, first off, we talked about frequencies and vibrations earlier today anyway, right? So I'll listen to certain songs, certain instrumentals, and it'll make me feel something, bro. Some music, it makes me, I can't even, certain songs I put on, I'm like, I can't even sit still if I'm listening to it, because it makes me want to move. It makes me want to get up and do something. So there's certain songs, I hear them and they evoke certain emotions in me. I'll be like, damn, I forgot about this. It's coming to me. Like, it'll make me think about things that happen, and I'm like, damn, I got to write that down. And then that's how it starts. So I would say it's definitely very much so, as far from a writing perspective, I always try to write from, like, it's all inside, outside, inside, internal, external, right? So all of the music that I write is literally, it's just, I'm listening to the instrumental and this is what's coming to me.
Gotcha.
And that's like a higher state of, that's why I love making music so much, because that's when there will be shit that I hadn't even thought about in a while, bro. I'll hear the song and I'll be like, damn, bro. And this is how me writing it down, because that's another thing too. We talked about that as well. When you write shit out, that's when you get it down. That's when you get it out. Come on.
You see it in your real, because it's like your man's like smoke and mirrors.
Come on, bro.
It just comes and goes. So if you don't write it down, it's gone.
It's gone. And your mind is moving at lightning speeds.
You just thinking a whole bunch of stuff. So it's like,
Come on, like
damn,
60.
I lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, what'd I say?
Come on.
You know, like, oh shit. Like,
I got it. Yeah.
you got, if you don't put it down, that's what I say, writing down definitely is very important.
Yep.
Definitely is writing it down. Like, you know what I mean? Some people, like you said though, there is some people that go in that booth though,
And just go.
and feel how you said you feel.
Yeah.
And just go.
Yeah.
And they come out like with the pause and steps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, you ever try to play with the mic like that?
Yeah, bro. I definitely like, there's a track that, one of the first tracks that I recorded, Mothership Connection. I called it Mothership Connection, even though it was like more of a, the beat was crazy. It's difficult to describe, but it's really upbeat, really energetic, like kind of like, I don't want to say electronic, but like very futuristic.
Okay.
But I called
futuristic beat.
For sure. And I called it Mothership Connection because of Parliament Funkadelic. That's one of my favorite groups of all time.
Gotcha.
And they, talking about music influences is another thing too, and I'm gonna connect the dots. You said, have I ever played it, like just kind of went off in the booth. At the end of that song, I just started freestyling. And I was like one of the first songs that I recorded. So that was just me really just feeling the energy, just really vibing. But again, Mothership Connection, Parliament Funkadelic, one of the first performances I ever saw was at Limacole in Woodlands. I was like 5 years old. I was super young.
Ooh, that's crazy.
It was Parliament Funkadelic. I saw Bootsy Collins. He was a really interesting individual. Bootsy, nigga was up on the stage with a diaper, just with a guitar rocking out, but like everybody in the venue was going crazy.
Before the baby.
Yeah, in the diaper.
Before the baby.
Yeah, that nigga, bro, Bootsy, shout out to Bootsy Collins, bro. I'll never forget that. I was a youth. I was a youngin', but I remember seeing him rock out and the people in the venue, and I'm a little kid, everybody here's way old, because it's Parliament Funkadelic, bro. That's like 70s, 80s type shit for real. So, but again, musical influences, that was something that happened to me really early.
Smell some weed in there?
Yo.
Oh, what that now?
Right. Probably a whole bunch of gas in the air. Bro. Had to have been.
Back in the day, they was smoking reefers.
Right, reefers. Yeah, my mom Duke used to be like platinum kush and gold kush. They used to have all different types of kush.
That's what they had
all
back in the
types of
time?
shit,
I didn't know they had that back in the day.
Yeah.
I thought it was just reefers.
Yeah, but she said
platinum gold.
they had all types of kush back in the day. Yeah,
Now they the platinum gold.
That next level gas for real.
That's funny.
Yeah, bro.
That's dope though, for sure. At the same time though, because it's like, what a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? To see that in person as a kid and really have that experience, because those experiences shape us in such a way that we won't even realize. And like the people that's musically inclined, I'm noticing that, you know, even me, like when, like I said, I did music for a little bit, but
that's what's up, bro.
Just learning it, because it was, I think music was just always around us as kids.
Yes, sir.
You know, and us the culture as African Americans, we gravitate to that music.
We do.
Like, you go to a black church,
music.
You in here like, oh, I'm about to cry.
Right. You
feel that. Know what I'm saying? You go to, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna say the other part, but if you go to the other church, it ain't like that. No, it ain't like that. Like you in the black church, you like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel the energy. So it's like we got soul in the music we do. Like I said, a person can make good music or bad music, but it's at the same time, it's like we got soul when you hear that music. And when you hear, you know, us speak to that music with pain or whatever we got on our hearts, it come through, and then you be like, oh yeah, that's fire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. It's a powerful and it's a poignant thing, man. Music is sacred, bro. It really is, and I think it's really sacred to us as a people as well. We really take that shit seriously. We do. It's just in us.
Right. So what do you think that sets the R&B and soul, you know, apart from the other genres? And what do you think that connects with that, you know, connects with it deeply together?
I think with the R&B and soul, like, it's still me, but it's me from a different place. Like Navigate, for example. Navigate was me talking about a time where I was fucked up. I was really down bad, bro. You can't talk about the times this shit's fucked up, and like, you can. And you can talk about it in a poetic and like soft and gentle way, but like that's not how it felt. It felt raw. Felt raw, bro. Like, damn, I gotta open up my stove to keep my apartment warm, bro, or I'm a fucking freeze in this bitch. Like, I don't got no bread right now.
Times, like,
come on, bro.
But I think that's the best music sometimes, because it's like, that's why people gravitate to a lot of rappers that spit that pain like that. I was fucked up. I was on the curb. I ain't had no bitches. The niggas like, you know what I'm saying? Because people relate. It's like, nigga, I know how I can't pay my life. Gotta live my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bar, bro. Can't pay my life.
Gotta live my life.
It's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
In the dark, lighting candles.
Trying to figure it out. Like, you feel me? So it's like, that be
Come on.
those type of situations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When people rap, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's just like, I be feeling that when I be hearing certain people say
Yeah.
bars. You be like, oh,
But-
it ain't even the bars now. It's really the feel of music
Sure.
now.
And that's what I'm saying about the R&B and soul. The R&B and soul is like, but I got a lady, right? And with my lady, I can't always be aggressive. I can't always be, you know, who I am in the outside world. I can't always be that way at home. I can't be that way at home, as a matter of fact. You dig what I'm saying? So I have to be able to, if my energy's up here, I do have to be able to lower my energy at times, because if I am really strong, there are times where I have to be a little bit more subtle. You follow what I'm saying? So that's where the R&B soul approach comes from. It's like I do have feelings, I have emotions, and there's just a proper way I need to convey those, right? And some tracks, bro, if I'm being honest, I'm angry. You know, like Lay Low, I was fucking angry, bro. Navigate, I was hurt, you know? Wait, I got a song, Wait, I was trying to heal. I was talking about a lot of the fucked up shit that I've experienced as a youth, and I've experienced a lot of beautiful, positive things too. I don't want to just be like, oh, all right, I had a fucked up, horrible. I had a great life too. I've had bad moments and I've had good moments.
Right, we all have.
Come on, bro.
Facts.
And I try to put as much of that, because that's the reality. I try to put as much of that in my music as possible. So if I can, with the R&B soul, live in that now.
Yeah.
I have to live in that now. Even if I'm doing better than I was doing 5 years ago, if I was still in that headspace and I was still creating in that same aspect, and I'm reliving that over and over again. But my life is changing. My life has moved forward. So therefore, my music should change. I feel like as you grow and as you mature, your music should adapt and change with you.
It should, yo. And it's that I think that's why I probably quit music. Because I was just like, bro, I was like, I wasn't changing at the time. It was like, you know what I mean? I can't have my kids listen.
Come on, that's the truth.
Shit, like, bro,
My
why
niece,
we
my
think
nephew,
about
yeah,
hoes
real
and
rap.
stuff
Yeah,
like
come
that?
on,
Like,
bro.
my kids, like, this is crazy. I don't want no lyrics.
Come on.
Like, so I'm glad they ain't got no record of that of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I was doing those things. But I realized, like, nah, it's like, but you're right. But it's like, as I mature, I was just like, I don't even know how to put that sound together. I'm good at other things. But you know what I'm saying? That's just life. But I understand where you're coming from as far as like, your music should change with the way you're developing as a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying, in this industry. And as that growth comes with it, you see it with most artists too. Like you'll see a stage where they're young and fragile in the beginning, and then you'll see them with they're young, fragile with the most fire though.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But then yeah, I mean, then they get this maturity. It's like the music is fire, but it ain't that like that heat they came in with. But they're a little mature, a little bit more, a little bit more shaped and more elegant to the process now. So I be seeing that, but I get it for sure.
Yeah, man, and that's been my process too. You know.
Yeah, and also like another question for you, like, can you share the creative process behind one of your most personal and popular songs?
Brenda's Babies is doing really well. Brenda's Babies, but then I would also say Away. Let's go with Away. Let's talk about Away.
Okay.
Away, I didn't say this earlier, but Wiz also heavily inspired me too, of course, bro.
Okay.
So
I kind of got the same vibe.
yeah, of course. So Wiz, bro, like Flight School, Cushion Orange Juice.
What's orange juice?
Legendary.
Hold up, Paul. Y'all know Cushion Orange Juice. I went to go get the CD on Penn Ave in Wilkinsburg.
Yeah, bro.
And I really went to like go to the crib and spark one and just kept listening to that Jamaican joint. That Jamaican joint. Yeah, bro. That joint was hard.
Man, Cushion Orange was a classic, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So,
shout out to Wiz.
Shout out to Wiz, man. So it was one of them things where like Away, even if you look at the cover art for Away, the cover art for Away is like, I got this like, shout out to my man, Leo Vision. He did the cover art for me. I got like this air flight suit on. And it was low key like also like a nod to like the Tuskegee Airmen or some shit too. But also to like that like kind of like flight school type of vibe as well. And Away is just a real vibey track, man. So with the creative process for Away, I started out the song like, I'm fly, superstar, so I shine. Watch your eyes, you might go blind. I was born for this, it's my time. Well, and then after that, I just took off on the beat. So like whenever I was thinking of the song, I was like, I wanted to write a song where like as the instrumental is picking up, I'm also picking up as well. Now why do they test me? When I'm a bench pressing, they thrust is no competition for me. Dropping in my own lane and beating the whole game. How you still not passing level 3? Brandon Bally about business. Like, what's your percentage? I'm cashing on shots to take from 3. Like, and on the beat, I was just going up. I was just going up along with the instrumental. So I was like away, like I'm taking off. I'm getting away. Even as you're listening to me, I start out the verse slow, and then eventually I start speeding up and speeding up and speeding up.
Gotcha.
So it's like I'm taking off, like, and that
I'm
was
gone.
I'm gone. That was
that's how you feel. I'm gone.
I'm out this bitch, bro.
Yeah.
So that was the inspiration behind that. But whenever I heard it, and at the beginning of the song, shout out to my boy Mike. He's my engineer. Mike Moore, the producer, bro, out of Philly.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Shout out to my mans. So at the top of the song, we did like a sample of like the man landing on the moon. So like again, just for that further emphasis of like getting away. But then I'm a Cancer, right? So the moon child. So like even the man on the moon, like, so just there were so many like little small details that I try to add to my music to where it's like if you're really listening, you'll be like, damn, this nigga said a lot of shit in the song. You feel me? Like, so
what are them?
layers.
You like not what's his name? I can't remember his name. It's so crazy.
Shit.
My man, it's not Kendrick Lamar. The one other one, light skin.
Who, Cole?
Cole.
Yeah,
J. Cole.
Cole's hard as fuck, bro. A lot of his shit is like.
How you feel about his music when you listen to his music?
Powerful, bro. Powerful. He dropped shit. What was it? KOD.
Yeah.
We was talking about meditation. KOD. I listened to KOD. That was the first time I ever was like, yo, let me. And I hate that this is how powerful and influential music is. I smoke weed, bro. I smoke. I chief.
Right. Yeah.
I chief. I vibe. Right. He was like, bro, like just try meditation. Now, I've heard about meditation, and we talked about that earlier. Right. But that was the first time the album came out, like 2018. That was the first time in my life I ever really was like, yo, let me sit down and actually try meditation. And I need to get back to meditating, bro. I will, like.
Calms your mind, though.
It do, bro. I go to, like, out in Philly, there's a park called Weister Woods. Yeah. But another thing, too, is being outside, bro. It activates a different thing in you. So I'll go and sit in the park, I'll sunbathe, and I'll just, sometimes I won't have my headphones in, I won't have any music playing, bro. I'll just sit down and shut the fuck up. And I'll just, like, really sit and get in tune with myself, bro. Yeah, so you know.
So I'm not, that's why I ain't tripping. Y'all might be tripping, but I ain't tripping. Like, bro, I do this. Like, I sit in the sauna.
Come on, bro. Yeah, and just
and I listen to meditation music.
Come on, bro. And reconfigure. That should have reconfigured you.
On my, I promise you, when you do it, it changes certain, like, you see things kind of different.
Way different.
And it's like,
you detach from
I be catching high levels of it.
Yeah.
But I think I should sit in it longer, and I don't think I sit in it longer. I do it at 15, but I was like, if I sat in there for like an hour, oh my God, I might unlock some that I ain't never, no, because you in the most, you where God be.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
in the
most,
yourself. You're in quiet space. It's like, you don't know where you sleep.
You're in inner space.
Bro, inner space.
That's spit. But it's crazy because you can do 15 minutes. Some people can't even do 5, bro.
I couldn't do 5 neither before.
But it took a minute for you to get to that 15.
Yeah, I just had to keep learning. Cause they in the Buddhist monks they call the monkey man. It just chatter. So you gotta learn how to just let the chatter go on, and then eventually it get quiet.
Stop responding to it. And that 15 minutes, bro, like that 15 minutes with yourself is crazy. If you meditate, I'm sure you already do this because you said you get up like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. type shit. You meditate in the morning because you getting right with yourself before you got to deal with the world.
Powerful.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, everybody, you ain't even bothered by it no more.
Nothing, bro. Because I done checked in with myself, nigga.
Yeah, checked in with me. Nobody don't check in with us. We just leave.
Yeah.
Grab that phone first.
Come on, bro. Real rap.
So I know.
Shit.
I mean, that's a little pep talk for y'all if y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know.
Real rap. Catch up.
You know what I'm saying? For real. That's for the conscious people right there. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? So, some of your favorite parts about, performing live. You ever performed live before?
Yes, sir. I performed live with a fucking band, bro.
How do you, connect with your audience, on stage, like, when you doing your thing?
Yeah, I try to, a lot of people won't get off the stage. I try to get off the stage. I try to get right in front of people, as close to people as possible, because you're gonna feel my energy if I'm like how I'm sitting here right now. We just rapping, bro. Like if I'm looking over here, or if I'm 10, 15 feet, you're not gonna feel it the same way. So really trying to engage the audience, bro. Like really looking people in their eyes, because I feel like that lets people know, like, hey, okay, he's focused on me. He's confident. Number one. Right.
Got you.
That's another thing too. It's all about confidence. A lot of artists don't like to perform live, bro. And it's interesting because and I'm not saying that I haven't fucked up on stage before, but I have had some shows where I walked off the stage. Everybody was like, bro, that you did that thing. And it's like the practice, the amount of time that you put into it is really what you're gonna get out of it as far as a performance standpoint. How much thought, you know what I'm saying?
Are you like practicing these performances?
Got to. I try to be if I'm about to perform, absolutely. I try to.
So like, is that on the
like mic checks and everything like that?
Yeah, no, is that going? That's when you're doing
I
that.
definitely try to show up early, get a mic check. If anybody's listening to this right now and you're an upcoming artist,
Let them know.
Bro, show up as early as possible to the venue so you have an understanding of what the venue looks like, how many people can fit into the venue. Conduct the mic checks. Get in contact with the DJ before the event even starts. Send them your music. Make sure that you even have performance. I tapped in with my engineer. Somebody put me deep a couple years ago. My man Leon, he's out in Puerto Rico right now, but he was super deep. He was setting up open mics out in Philly. He was crazy with it. And he pulled me to the side after one of the shows. He was like, bro, people want to hear your actual voice. Cut that rapping over the track shit out, bro. He was like, make sure you maybe have like a verse in, but he was like, don't just be rapping over the beat, bro. We can't even hear you.
You know why they lost the verses was Dipset because of that.
Yeah, bro.
You had Jada over like, bro, he's spitting you.
Come on,
this is word for word. He
right.
playing with y'all like
he do that.
You like, he do that?
He does that.
So when you heard that, people was like, oh no, that's a real performer.
Come on, bro.
These is your gimmicks generation
people
against
yes.
a generation that actually performs.
Them niggas is artists, bro. And I'm not no disrespect to Cam.
Ain't no disrespect.
But like, again, there's people pay attention to those types of details, bro. So he pulled me to the side.
I pay attention to that.
Yeah. So he was like, bro, like if they wanted to listen to the song, they could have pulled the song up on their phone. You're performing, bro. They need to hear your voice, nigga.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Turn the instrumental down and rap. Or sing, whatever the fuck you gonna do, but make sure niggas hear you.
He kept it real with you.
Yeah, he did.
Kept it 1,000. He was like,
Come on, super.
Hey, let's get it together.
For sure, bro.
This is how it works. This is how I play. This is how we do this.
So
I get it. Facts. That's hard though.
Yeah. So I try to practice before. If I know I'm about to perform, I gotta make sure that my breath, you know what I mean, how I'm breathing, how I'm kicking my bars. I gotta be able to make sure that I can complete the song from top to bottom because I'm not in the studio. I can't be like, yo, hey, cut the track. Nah, nigga, this live, bro.
Right.
There ain't none of that. You gotta keep it go. You gotta roll.
Keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going. Nigga, can't stop, motherfucker. You gotta go. Yeah, there ain't none.
They don't know your lyrics. They just found out about you.
Come on.
So yeah, I mean, that's definitely that's real. I performed though on the stage before in front of some people, but I don't know how many people. But I definitely performed a couple times, but
that's a different experience.
It was a different experience. I got to do that for like at least like 3 times.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But it was fun. It was like,
yeah.
you know when you're young, you like, they about to perform, bro.
Yeah.
They about to perform. Like, you know what I mean? You so excited. Like, you like 17, like, yeah, we about to perform, bro. Yeah. They gonna fuck with us. Like,
real rap, bro.
Yeah, man, you geek. You know what I'm saying? We even performed at my brother's birthday party. That was so funny.
That's your love, bro.
Yeah, like that. Shout out to Ice, man. Shout out Icy 2 times, man. Shout out to Ice, man. Frax. Yeah, man, that's crazy, but this type of stuff. Good times. Good. Yeah. Are there any particular changes you have faced in your R&B and your soul artistry, and how have you overcome them?
I think the biggest change is like people look at me and they're like, yo, he's a rapper. And I'm like, bro, I'm an artist. I just want to create, if we were born on this earth by God, the universe, whatever, a creator brought us into this world to be creators, motherfucker. I want to create.
Yes.
Don't try to put me in a fucking box, bro. So I think with the R&B music, it's like at times when people have perceived you a certain way, when people are like, yo, you're this, you're that, sometimes they can't see you as anything outside of that.
Yeah,
and so, they're like, nah, bro.
They box you in.
Come on. I could be like, I'm this. They could be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
I could be like, hey, I'm this. No.
But that's when you gotta believe in you.
All day long. So with that, it's like, again, I know how I feel and I know how I think. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where it is. I'm like, bro, like, so I wouldn't even say it's necessarily a challenge, but it's like, I understand that there's people that probably are like, yo, why aren't you rapping? But I'm like, or why aren't you saying this? Or why aren't you talking about that? Maybe this is what they want to hear me talk about, how they may want me to express myself, but that's not, you're not me. And I gotta live inside me and I gotta be at peace with me. So I make music and that's like, so I guess I would just say adapting to, you know, the different changes of expression and people not allowing people to dictate how I express myself or how I create.
That's super powerful because, I mean, there's a lot of people that dictate. You know, when we're young, we allow that.
For sure, 100%.
You know what I mean? Because we're not like thinking for ourselves. We're kind of like, oh,
yeah,
I seen what's his name do it. I can do it. You know what I mean? Do it like how he did it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You kind of think like that. You know, but as you get older, it's like there's people that like, oh, they like a certain artist, and then they try to like mimic that style. And I just spoke about this. I was like, the reason why most people's music all kind of sound the same is because social media.
1000%.
Because back in the day, when there was no phones, no social media, you can only make your art the way you made your art.
For sure.
You can only be creative the way you be creative around the people you're around.
Right.
So it's based on your neighborhood, based on your reality, and based on your perception.
1000%.
Not based off the phone of what other people's realities look like.
Yeah.
So that's what's the mimicking going on.
Swear.
And I had to realize, like I said, when I did my 30-day social media fast, it's like, oh, we're mimicking.
Followers.
Literally.
Followers.
Following what other people are doing and not realizing, like, bro, you have your own life.
Yes, sir.
You have your own circumstances and situations.
Yes, sir.
So you need to deal with that.
Come on.
Only.
Come on.
All that other stuff, trying to say what your man's supposed to do or what, how we're supposed to live and how much money you're supposed to have, and these are standards that they made up.
Right. Not you.
Not you, for you.
Come on.
So
bro.
it's like,
Yes,
so
sir.
you start applying your life to their standards and not your own. So that's the realization of what's going on when we look at the artistry of music and genres. Like, Ja Rule sounded like Ja Rule.
Right.
50 Cent sounded like 50 Cent.
Yep.
Jay-Z sounded like Jay-Z.
No, it sounded like Nas.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their own sounds. Like, you know, Outkast sounded like Outkast.
Right.
It didn't sound like New York to me. You know what I mean? Cameron sounded like Cameron, New York.
Didn't even sound like other artists from Atlanta.
And even artists in that same city in New York didn't all sound the same. Wu-Tang didn't sound like Jada kissing them.
Not at all.
It was two different areas, but that let me know, like,
Rough Riders.
no social media, straight creativity based on experience, expressing oneself based on the environment they come from.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Flat out, bro. Yeah.
So when it's like that, that means that's why that when you find artists that your sexy Riz that was from the trenches that nobody was paying attention to. She's able to tell you about all this ratchet stuff that's going on. Because she was living like that.
She was ratchet. She really ratchet.
Yeah, so it's like, they're like, oh, she really like that? Yes. That's why it's being exposed. Like, you know what I mean? And they put it on a big scale where everybody can see it. Now guard your kids. Yeah, I'm saying guard your kids. Pay attention. But that's the thing that's going on. But but I just peeped that. Like, that's why everybody's mimicking. Because of that. Because social media is killed authentic. So when you see it, a little authenticness, you get excited.
Yes, sir.
You be like, oh,
it's real.
It's real. It's real.
Oh, it's not fabricated. So much that is fabricated that when you do finally get a dope, you know, anything, it's like, damn, this is refreshing. You feel what I'm saying? This is refreshment.
Facts.
You know.
So, how does your your upbringing or your hometown influence the sound and storytelling you telling in your music?
Heavily. I got an EP that I'm getting ready to put out called The Cat's Out the Bag. It really, I would say, is a culmination of my experiences living in Florida Way, down Florida Way, living in Homewood, living up in Tarentum, and some of the experiences that I had while I was living in Tarentum. It really culminates, I would say, probably the earlier years of my life, from the time that I was born up until probably like 18, 19. And that EP, I'm getting ready to drop that as soon as possible. the producer, his name's Trash Bag Beats. He's a Memphis producer. A lot of the instrumentals are really soulful, like 70s, 80s. And it's again to like that connection, like I said, my grandmother, my grandfather. Shout out to my grandmother, my grandfather. Yeah, my angels, real rap.
Shout out to G Rangers, man.
Shout out to the G Rangers, man. Everybody, if you got your G Rangers, man, make sure that you love your G
Man
Rangers.
passed away last year, so I get it, bro.
Come on, bro.
That definitely was a tough one.
Yeah, man. It's just it's
I
wicked.
get it.
So the EP is definitely, again, the instrumentals, that soulful feel to the instrumentals, some of the samples on there is definitely a nod to, again, like that 70s, 80s, you know, that music. And again, that all started from my grandmother, my grandfather, giving it to my mom giving it to me. So my lineage, Homewood, the East Side, bro, Pittsburgh in general, it plays such a heavy, it's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might live in Philadelphia now, I might have lived in Atlanta before, but like, none of me would have been possible without all of the things that I experienced while I was here. None of it would have been possible. I wouldn't even exist.
Powerful.
So it's heavily in my music. And the EP, again, The Cat's Out the Bag, that's the one that really encapsulates all that. Navigate is the single that I have from that EP. So that's going to be on there. But yeah, bro.
Powerful. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Who would be your dream collaboration in the R&B or soul, and why?
R&B and soul. R&B and soul. Yo, SZA would be fire. Fire would be a fire ass joint. But who else? I'll throw somebody else outside of SZA because that's pretty easy. Sade, bro.
Sade.
I know that's like super throwback.
Got to throw that horn in there.
But if I can make a track with Sade, nigga, that shit would go.
That would be the dream connect.
Come on, bro. Shit.
That'd be the dream connect.
Sade on some R&B soul shit would be crazy because it's a band. It's not even just her. It's a group.
Yeah, he said that would make that thing go crazy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I got you. Said, yeah, on God.
That shit would be crazy, bro. Yeah, hip hop, but if it was a hip hop or rap artist like Currency or Wiz would be crazy.
So how do you feel like how R&B and soul and the genres have evolved over time? Like now, like how's it is for you now?
I feel like it's still, and there's people that will argue that it's gotten worse or that it's not as poignant and that's not as good. Have you ever heard of Alex Isley before, bro? Alex Isley is amazing, bro. She's dope. Robert Glasper. Robert Glasper's tough. Listen to Robert Glasper. I forget Brent Faiyaz I think is like more R&B. But he's tough though. Brent Faiyaz is definitely pushing shit for sure.
I just feel like
Bryson Tiller, you know what I mean? The ladies is killing. There's a whole bunch of women in the R&B. Summer Walker, you know what I'm saying? Georgia Smith. Yeah, Summer's tough. I fuck with Summer. So R&B, I feel like R&B, soul, it's in a great place. It's in a solid place.
I feel like there's definitely you got your little handful of them, but at the same time, it's just like, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. When I was sitting down and had the Apple Music on the 90s, I said, oh my God.
That was crazy. And you need a big whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like the original 90s is just blowing me away. It's like the music, I couldn't stop moving, bro. I'm
grooving.
Like, damn, hold up, bro. This they take you to a happy feeling.
Yeah, it does.
And it don't do that to me no more. It's like, that was like we having a good ass time now. Like, put that shit on now. Yeah. People was speaking from their hearts, like, you know what I mean? You had to lead in them. Yeah. Rock band, baby. Oh shit, this shit is crazy. Like, she in here spitting that. You don't know.
Right.
I'm like, yo, you don't understand. Like, that old soul music is real powerful because they created from scratch. And I think that's why people try to mimic that past, because it's like, or remake the beat or sing over. You be like, hey, you kind of fucking it up.
You
bro.
are, no, kind of, you are fucking it up. For everybody, for the niggas that's out here remaking all them 90s songs, bro, not saying that there's not a terrible thing to sample, but try to be original, try to make something different, try to make something new, because that shit is always going to be timeless, and 8 times out of 10, you're not going to do it better than the original.
Songs in my head. Your love is a really good feeling. It goes on and on and on. Man, shit.
Yeah, shout out to Liv, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a clip for the ones.
Shout out to Leah. Leah was crazy.
Oh my God. And I was like, yo, you speaking to a soul.
Yeah, she
like,
was
yeah,
talking.
I'm saying you talking to that's what it
Speaking
was.
to a nigga.
The music in R&B back then, they were speaking to someone body.
Yeah, real
and
rap.
it wasn't, and they really spoke to somebody in the track, and it was sounding like they was talking to you.
Let me hold up. Like Mooney Long though, I think Mooney Long, she just put out a couple songs where it gave me that type of feel.
gave you that feel?
That like Brandy or Monica or again, you know, Aaliyah, of course, you know, it's like that very like intimate. We are in love and love matters, and it's. And I saw who was it? Was it Tank? Tank did an interview. I think he was on Drinks Champ where he was like, "Niggas don't love women no more." You could tell, and it is strange because it's like niggas feel like you shouldn't serenade. If you really love a woman, bro, like, and if she's the right woman,
It ain't that they don't love women, bro. It's just that they created different monsters.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
if they show that type of love to those type of, I'm not saying all women's monsters, so don't take that out of context. I just want y'all to know that. Like, I'm talking about the ones that get ratchet and get wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? That the dudes in the club found and they just want to do some extra shit. Yeah. And now she's all about the business because she's for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So those ones that do that, there's a lot of them now. Shaking ass in the club, you know what I mean? Busting it open, getting ass shots and doing all types of shit. Like, so now you seeing shit that men are playing around with now. They start showing love to that, they gonna get terrorized.
Yeah.
For all their money.
Get terrorized is crazy.
And they be talking about it like, damn, like, how much money I spent on her.
Right, which is wild.
That's the question they ask on all the podcasts. They say, how much money you spent on that, on the most money you spent on a bitch?
Right.
I bought like a
$500
million ring. Like, what?
Right.
Nigga, so that let me know you getting hurt. And you ain't with that woman no more?
Yeah.
So that let me know, like, they're afraid.
We're wrapped up.
So they're like, I'm not going to
talk about it, express it.
I'm not going to spread that type of love. So, like, in order for men to get back to that, I just feel like that's going to need for women to be extremely get to the soft woman again. Yeah. That original woman that no ass, looked at pretty as hell, Leah's. You know what I'm saying?
He said no ass.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't care because she looked beautiful. So you didn't really care about that back in this time. No, I mean, now we do.
You need today, 2024.
I ain't right. My girl got an ass too, so it's like.
You gotta have that thing.
I'm just saying, though. The realization is, back then, they was not cared. It's like she had to be beautiful.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Old heads was like, oh, she's beautiful. They used to say that. You remember the old heads used to say that? And you like, yo, she's beautiful.
Right.
You like, damn, you love her.
She's pretty as hell. She's the prettiest thing I ever seen.
Pretty everything I ever seen.
Yeah, real right.
I worked 2 jobs butter. That ring, she got the coat and the choir. Like, oh, damn, she like that.
Yeah.
So,
but they exist. They exist. It's
they
just
exist, but I'm just not saying, that's what I'm saying. They definitely exist, bro, but it's very few that have been grown up on those morals like that. Those true women, time has changed. So you look at the situation, you just be like, hey, look, you know what I mean? Men is they real rough because that's why they talking that crazy stuff on them tracks.
Yeah. Niggas be talking crazy on
the
tracks.
tracks.
Wax, bro.
You
Wow,
like,
wax.
So females like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
She listened to the jam right with him.
It's one of those things where it does, and again, it's like, to your point, you're right, bro. It isn't necessarily that, you know, men aren't emotional or men don't have feelings or men, you know, aren't taking care of women the way they need to be taking care of women. It's again, some men are like, and I understand that too. It's like, damn, should I open up and be vulnerable about that? Because it's like sometimes, I hate to say it, it can be used against us later. Yeah. It can be used against us later, you know? So it's like sometimes we as men, we move with precaution because we want to ultimately protect ourselves, self-preservation.
They be afraid of being vulnerable.
Come on. So that's another aspect of it as well, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And what's the roles does love and relationships play in songwriting for you? You know, how do you approach those themes in your songs?
Shit, heavily. So like the EP that I just dropped, Songs for Tonight, Volume 1, Fool's Ambition. On Fool's Ambition, that's the first track on the EP. I was talking about bad relationships, like situations that didn't go the way that I wanted to go. And that was like me being vulnerable and being honest. Like, you know, there were relationships that I think, I mean, everything happens for a reason at the end of the day, but you know what I'm saying? It should sting a little bit sometimes.
It definitely do.
So I was in the booth like, yo, you know, if I'm going to, again, be an artist and express myself and be authentic, I can't just talk about the highs. I got to talk about the lows too. So Fool's Ambition was me talking about like at times where I really didn't understand, bro. You should be focused on bigger goals. You shouldn't just be focused on chasing a particular woman just because you feel this way towards her. Hey, you have bigger and more important things you need to be focused on. Don't get lost.
Don't
Right?
get lost, definitely.
Don't get lost, because it happens. You know, and again, we love women. Shout out to y'all, because y'all are beautiful. Y'all make the earth. Nothing would shake without y'all. But as men, we do need to tap into ourselves and make sure that we're on point. Because if you're not at your best, then you really can't even be there for her the way that you really need to be there for her. So Fool's Ambition was talking about that. And then the second track, Pursuits Memories, was more like, I'm talking about like, all right, cool. Like, I found a woman who, yo, she's dope. She's awesome. She's bringing me a sense of solace and peace. Like, my life is smooth. You got me. You feel me? Like, yo, everything's cool. You got me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we cool. We thugging together. Like,
Team.
Come on. Team. Collaborative.
Yeah,
Teamwork.
it's a partnership.
Come on. For real,
It's a partnership because
For
it's
sure.
like holding each other down. It's like security in both parties.
And we black too. Another aspect of that as well that I have to mention is like, as black people, we grow up in disconnected environments where we don't always necessarily see our mom and our dad
Together.
or healthy. Or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm big on that, because I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna grow, if I'm gonna really develop, and I'm really gonna become the best version of myself, then I also have to move accordingly within my relationships too, and how I treat women and how I treat my woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And that's a real thing. Facts.
for sure, bro.
Speaking real facts, talks.
Yeah.
This is definitely growing up as a man. You just gotta definitely learn the aspects. And like I said, like to myself, like shit, I had to learn a lot that I did not know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, operating in a household with a woman and taking care of business is like it takes a strong willpower to understand where you're wrong at.
Yes, sir.
And to reflect and to change those things that need to be changed.
Right.
And you know, I mean, God bless the woman that's willing to deal with you at the times when you're not at your best self.
Come on.
And if she's willing to do that, she's willing to.
That's
a
the
keeper.
shorty. That's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
one.
that's the one. So I'm gonna hit the note on that.
Yeah. I'll let you know. For real.
I'll definitely let you know. You know, what can the fans expect from you? You know, upcoming projects and your particular message you're aiming to, you know, convey to the people.
Yeah, man. So again, the cat's out the bag. The cat's out the bag is definitely going to be, you know, storytelling. It's going to be bars. I got some, you know, some chill, soulful, you know, uplifting vibes on that one. Cat's out the bag is going to be dope. I got another EP that I'm dropping. It's going to be called Brandon Bally Live. It's going to be based off of a live performance that I did at Audio Boy Studios in Philadelphia. Shout out to Audio Boy Studios. It was a live performance that I did with my guitarist, my boy DeLeon. Shout out to my man DeLeon, and my boy Dot, who's he was a pianist. He was on the keys. And we did a live performance, kind of like a Tiny Desk, you know, color show type of joint, bro. It's up on my YouTube.
Where they can follow you out on your YouTube?
Yeah, Brandon_Bally on YouTube, man. Same thing for Instagram. Brandon_Bally on Instagram too.
Go follow right now.
Come on, right now. Right away. Yeah, so Brandon Bally Live is gonna be the EP, the live versions of those songs that we were performing at Audio Boy Studios. And we have a bonus track on there called FRID, which I did with my guitarist, but he also spit too. We're gonna play that track at the end of the interview.
For sure.
So that's what they're gonna. It's gonna be live music, and it's gonna be live music with live instrumentation. So they can expect that. And then there's after I leave this interview, I'm about to go record with my boy Cadence.
Shout out to Cadence.
Shout out to my boy Cadence. He's from Louisville. He's an artist from Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
About to go work on a collab EP with him. That's called Kinfolk. Kinfolk's probably we might fuck around and drop that shit this year, bro. So to make a long story short, best case scenario, 3 EPs from me before the end of the year.
Before the end of the year. I heard it from him, you know what I'm saying?
Right here.
Brandon Bally, man, is out here right now. He's dropping hot shit.
Yes,
I'm saying cats out the bag. Hey, man, look, another question I want to ask you before we really like get up out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is what would you tell an upcoming artist that's trying to find his way, you know, with rapping, soul music, you know, R&B,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, developing their artistry?
Yeah. Love yourself. Be appreciative of what you create. Understand that it's going to change. How you create your music, what you're putting in your music, it's going to change. Love music. Really love it. Don't just do it just because it looks cool or because it looks trendy or it looks popular. It's going to require you investing because it's you. It's your brand. It's your image. It's your artwork. You're going to have to invest in it. You know, so come correctly. I think that's what I would say. If you're going to really do this, really do it. And I think that it's a beautiful thing to do. You're going to grow. You're going to figure yourself out. You're gonna meet new people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to travel and go places you might not have ever thought that you would travel to, and perform on stages you would have never thought that you would perform on, bro. But you just gotta believe in it, and you really just gotta have love for it.
Put your heart into it.
Come on, and really make it art.
Right.
Really make it art. Don't just do what everybody else is doing. Really figure out what is unique and what works for you, and really personify that in your music.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And man, just let them know before we get up out of here too is where to follow you at everywhere on social media.
Instagram, Brandon_Bally on Instagram. TikTok, I need to get on TikTok a little bit more. I'm not really on there, but it's Brandon_Bally3 on TikTok. Facebook, I don't really be on Facebook. YouTube, at Brandon_Bally on YouTube too.
Y'all know what it is. It's Vibeship TV, man. Another one for the culture of the city, Pittsburgh, man.